Oh my gosh, this is part 3 of a 3-part reading that I thought was going to be a 2-part reading. So if you have not checked out part 1 and 2, I highly advise you to go check it out, okay? I think I'm going to have to start doing a YouTube channel because these readings are getting longer and longer and longer by the minute. But part 2 ended off with you guys being the world and the sun. And I don't think there's anything else I need to explain with this energy right here. Okay? So, let's pull some angel cards. Happening here. Okay, we got healing energy, surrender, courage and bravery. Yes. Okay. Ooh. 2 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, 5 of Swords. Okay, I'm hearing right now people are whoa, 4 of Swords at the bottom. I was just about to say, I feel like right now people are feeling like you come across as underdeveloped, all because you're not showing everybody your cards. Okay, you haven't showed your whole entire hand, so people think that you lack in certain areas. Whole time it's kind of like Sansa Stark from Game of Thrones, where she never revealed that she had her own army. She had to keep something to herself, right? She had to have something up under her sleeve, and that's you right now. You don't let people know everything. And I'm hearing lately a lot of people have been questioning you. Just questioning, like or assuming they know things about you, making assumptions about your life. And it's like when you correct them, they get upset about this. Because these people, they feel like they're the intuitive ones. They're the anointed ones. They're the ones who know it all. They're the ones who can read people. So when a real reader like you comes in and you read the energy so effortlessly, you read it so effortlessly, they're bothered by it. Okay? And I'm hearing you see the truth in a lot of people. And this is a gift of yours that I'm telling you. In your life, people are not going to like it. They're not going to appreciate it. But Spirit is saying, don't stop. Don't stop being who you are, because it's 1 versus 5. Because the odds are you're always going to come out on top. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. Like 1v5. Like it's always got to be a group of people that go up against you, because your energy is just so strong. And it's crazy because this group of people, they don't even know each other, but they're simultaneously having a problem with you and going up against you and sending you this like energy. Like it's like people have a problem because you don't have a problem with yourself. That's really what it is. I think that you used to be in this position where you didn't know your power, you didn't know your strength, you didn't know the power you wielded, you didn't know how fortunate you were, you didn't realize how blessed you were. And I'm hearing this was at a period in your life where you just didn't recognize your beauty. You know, you really didn't know who you were. You were lost. 333 on the timestamp. It's real. Spirit is here. You were lost. Okay? And when you surrendered to what God had for you. You said, God, look, I'm tired of fighting. Tell me what to do, and I'm going to lay down my armor. I'm going to lay down my sword, and I'm going to get it done. And within you laying down your physical armor and your physical sword, you found courage and bravery, and you gained spiritual armor. And spiritual armor defeats physical armor. Okay? Wow. Yeah. I think you've rediscovered who you were, and within all that, you found God, and within all that, you know, you're just doing the things you said you were going to do. You're living the life you said you were going to live. You know, you're having the funds and having the fun. And I think people are also bothered by that too. It just feels like lately your life has been a lot more fun and a lot less serious. And you're working a lot smarter and not harder. And you are opening doors for other people. And just off of that alone, they rather just not go into the door. They rather miss out on opportunities just because it's you leading the way. And that message keeps coming up. Something about you leading the way, and people are going to have to make a choice on whether or not to follow. And when I say follow, it's not in a sense of like following you, right? But just being okay with the fact that you know the route. It's kind of like in slavery where Harriet Tubman, she knew the route. You know how crazy that would be if someone didn't like Harriet Tubman and they said, well, I'm not going. I'm going to stay here and be enslaved because I don't like the fact that you're the leader. So that's basically what it's given. It's like, you really not going to come. Like, you really don't like me that much. Like, and the thing is, you're being so silly right now. Like, you have this silly, goofy energy about you. And people are really dead ass, like, not liking you. And you're so in your own, like, shit. You're such the sun in the world. Like, it feels like the world is in your hands. It feels like every day, like, even right now, it's gloomy outside. It's raining in Texas. But it still feels like it's sunny. It still feels like the sun is shining. It still feels like all our dreams and wishes is coming true. Like, it feels like a fantasy, like, sort of. Okay? And people don't like that you've been so happy-go-lucky lately. They want to know what the hell you got going on in life that makes you, that's okay for you to be so happy, and why you're so blessed, and why things are working out for you. Okay? I think people just wish they had your storyline. People are starting to realize that you are the antagonist. I mean, you are the protagonist and they're the antagonist, even in their own life. Like, not just in your life, like, even in these people's own life. Literally the high priestess and prince of wands. You're literally the storyline. Like, your storyline, you're the protagonist, and in their storyline, you're the protagonist. You're always the main character. And I think they're really bothered by this. And it's not because you're trying to make yourself the main character in these people's lives. They're making you the main character. You're just living up to the role that they've given you. The thing is, they've already made up their mind about you. So it's like, no matter what you do, even if you try and distance yourself from them, they're still going to try and latch on and still make you the main character in their life. You cannot help that you're the high priestess. This role has been given to you, and it hasn't been given to you lightly. This is not a choice that was made lightly. Okay. All right, let's pull some angel cards and end this message off. What does this collective need to know? Angelic protection. They said you need to know that you're protected in all ways. Okay, as above, so below. Inward, outward, okay? It's all protected. Like I told you, your aura is impenetrable. Do you see that? They cannot penetrate your aura. And your spirits is on your side. Your spirits is here, and they're ready, and they're armed with that spiritual armor that I was telling you about. Okay? What else does this collective need to know, angels? Let's get into it. Give me something good. We got power and intention, but I feel like you guys usually get power and intention. Let's get something that we haven't got yet for this collective. Come on. What's going on here? We got listen deeply. I feel like we get that a lot too. Mother, Father, God. We don't get this one a lot. But I'm looking for something a little different for this collective. Okay, they said, oh, inner child healing. That's something else you've been working on too. You could have a child, or you could just be pouring into yourself more, giving back to yourself more, loving on yourself more, buying yourself the things you like. You rarely tell yourself no anymore. And I think this is really healing for your inner child, and that's also starting to show. And people are getting annoyed by that as well, because it's like, not only are you healing your adult self and your teenage self, but you're also healing your inner child. And people haven't even scratched the surface on that yet. So it's a lot of projection going on here, okay? We can't really control other people, right? We can only control ourselves. Yeah, manifestation. It's all coming in. It's all working out. You know? Joy and contentment. I'm telling you, they upset because you're joyful and you're joyful and you're content. And that's where we're going to end the message. That was a long message. I've never done a part 3 message. If you would like to book a reading with me, go ahead, click that link in my bio, okay? Bye, y'all.